My name is Nancy, Star Beauty Guide with Mom Life by Alcon. I provide all messenger. You can also find me on Facebook if you search Nancy Pounds Wilson and follow me. Where you can get live notifications there as well. Send me a message, send me a friend request, whatever it is, then we'll just sit and chat. So if you want more information about what it is that I do or more information about my company, please feel free to contact me. Trying to get my lighting right. Let's make sure that we got our notifications. Live chat turned on. Yes. Okay, we're good. Let's go ahead and get this hair pulled back. And we're going to do us some Mardi Gras colors tonight, y'all. We're going to get a little different. We're going to be a little bit different tonight with some Mardi Gras colors. Yes, indeed. Get this hair tamed down. Get my sprigs pulled back. There we go. That is not going to want to stay. Oh, I have a small clip. Hang on. We'll fix that little red wagon right there. Ta-da. Now, it's going to find a way to come back. It's going to find a way. So what we're going to do is start with our first base makeup primer. And that's going to prime our face for cosmetics. That's going to help our cosmetics look flawless. It's going to help our, it's going to help. That's what it's going to do. It's going to help. It's going to prime our face for cosmetics. So, first base makeup primer, Lime Life exclusive. This one's almost empty. I'm trying to get it down to the last little bit. I think that's it. You know what? I'll just pour that little bit of sprinkle into my new bottle. Don't want to waste any of this. Love it. Just pour on in there. La-ti-da. Done. Okay. Let me go ahead and put the top on this beauty before we drop it. Now, we got us a new one. Shake, 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 and prime. There we go. Shake it out. Fan it out. Ta-da. All right. Take our little bit of cap into some, take our cap, and we're going to put some time setter spray in it. That's what I'm trying to say we're going to do. We probably should pick out our colors first. So, while I'm waiting for some people to pop on, make sure you say, hey, as soon as you pop on. This is the color that we used last night. So, let me put my colors back where they're supposed to go, and then we'll find us some colors for our Mardi Gras look. That's what we're going to do. So let me come in here. So on the back of these little palettes, you have these little holes right here. You can see mine have been well used. You can take a bobby pin or something and just pop that out. These are magnetic, so you can create you a 4-well palette or a 6-well palette or 18-well palette, whatever you want to do. We are going to stick with, I think we're going to stay with Pineapple of My Eye and Blondie. And I think we're going to add, no, not Gilded, Radio Star and I've Always Loved You. Those are the colors we're going to use tonight. So I just have 2 colors to pop out of here right now. Let me put them back in my big palette. So here for a little while, we're going to be focusing on these 4 color palettes, this quad palette, because I want y'all to see just how versatile. It's not good when you drop it. Hang on. Make sure I didn't break it. Where did it go? This is less than ideal. What did I do with it? Hold, please. Let me see what happened to her. Oh, I see it. Okay. Okay, she went way under there. And she didn't break. Hallelujah for that. A little more gentle with our colors, because we don't want them to break. Alright, so we're going to come in with Blondie, Pineapple of My Eye, Radio Star, let me find which one that is. Radio Star, and I've Always Loved You. Yes, indeed. Now, let me show you what that palette turns out to look like. So, here's our palette for our Mardi Gras colors. Pineapple of My Eye, Blondie, Radio Star, and I've Always Loved You. So, you know what? I think I'm going to trade out Pineapple of My Eye for something that we can put a little more definition in. So let me pop Pineapple of My Eye out of here. And let's go with, let's go back in with, let's think about this. Let's be strategic in what we're doing. Go back in with some Ready, Jet, Set, Go. Yeah, let's do that. Give us a little more definition around our eye. So, here's our Mardi Gras palette. Okay? Blondie, I've Always Loved You, Radio Star, and Ready, Jet, Set, Go. That's the ones we're going to build our look with. Okay? And I think I got a little color on my lip. You never know. You never know. Okay. So, we got our primer on. Let me come in with my little brush to build us a brow. Dip that into our little time setter spray and get the excess off. And we're going to tap into Loverboy, which is number 7, and number 16, which is Nirvana. And we're going to richen up and build us a brow. So there's Loverboy. We're going to come in and do that bottom line, top line right there. Turn that sideways and I go straight up. I go past my dimple so it doesn't look like I've cut my brow off. Bam. Alright. Now I use the rest of my brow, that hair, that brow as my guide. This is going to be my arch. And then I bring that down to meet it. And that right there we can clean up, no problem. We have concealer. Concealer is our best friend. Bottom line here. Top line there. Leave that front part vacant. Turn that sideways and go straight up. Get that line straight right there. Sorry, I just got a message. Just checking to see what's happening. Alright, so leave that point and then bring that on out. Use that as your lash line. Your brow line. Create you an arch and then get them to meet. There you go. Come in with a little Nirvana towards the back part and just richen that up. Same thing on this side. I'm just laying a little bit more color, leaving that front part a little more vacant, and just richen that color up, build us a brow. Okay. Don't overlook that. That's where my dimple is, and I have to conceal the dimple out. There we go. Come in with our brown tamer brush, which is number 14, and we're going to brush through just to make sure that that powder of that shadow is laid down on our skin. Get any excess off. So then you can take the spoolie part, and we're going to pull this color through. Right up in there. And build us a Vladimir. Vladimir is the name of my unibrow. He helps us become symmetrical and stay that way. So I'm going to take the point of this brow over and the point of this brow over, and then we will use concealer to carve it out to make sure that we are symmetrical on both sides. I got a hump right there that's not wanting to play fair nicely. Get that figured out. And just pull that color on over. Now, it's a little bit more symmetrical. Let's get that brow tamer brush right there. We can pull a little more color over. Ta-da! A little more color over and down. And brush up to give us that volume, the volume of our brow. And then we can also use, of course we'll use this towards the end, we can use our brow gel. Our brow gel is going to be our brow hairspray. I got a little sparse area right there I need to fix. Alright, let's bring in our number 6 concealer brush, clean that off, and our number 0 concealer, and carve these brows out and get us well on our way to a Mardi Gras look. 00 concealer, 06 brush, Lime Life by Alcone, both products. And we are going to carve this here brow out and shape it up, sharpen it up, and make it look fabulous. That stray hair, it found a way. It found a way to come back. It always does. Okay. I like a little bit of a point in my brow right there. Just sassifies it up for me. I love it. Come over here and carve this jewel out. Just shape it up the way you want it. There are no rules. You just do what makes you feel confident, what makes you feel beautiful, and what you like. Those are the only rules in cosmetics. There we go. Alright, let me look. Let me see what's happening. Okay, now we're coming in with our number 4 foundation brush, and we're just going to prime the rest of our lid. So our concealer is an eyeshadow primer, a concealer, and a highlighter, and that's what we're using this for right now. We want to brighten those eyes up. The eye should be the diamond and the face should be the band. So we're just going to use that 0 concealer to brighten all of this up, prime the lids for color so that they will be vibrant and they will stay with us. Bam. Okay, now I'm going to come in with our number 7 large shadow brush into Cream Boat. And I'm just going to use Cream Boat. You can't even tell its color. It's a powder that I'm going to put over top of this. I grabbed the wrong brush, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. This is the number 10, which will blend so very well. We're going to use the number 7. Let me get it cleaned off. Into Cream Boat, and we're just going to cover, because our concealers are wax based. It's not beeswax, it's a vegetable wax base, okay? And what we're doing is putting a powder coat over top of that concealer so that when we put color on here, it's just easier to blend those colors. And I'm pretty sure I had some color from last night left on this brush. I can see it. So let's fix that. Let's start off with a clean canvas. Okay. Now, We're going to come in with our number 10 into our shadow palette. And we're going to use Blondie. Blondie, I don't know the number, I don't think. Oh, what did I do with my colors? I can't remember the color. I got them written down somewhere, but we're going to go in with Blondie and use Blondie as our transition color, okay? We're doing Mardi Gras colors, y'all. And Blondie is going to be my transition. I'm going to start up high because I have hooded eyes. And I want you to be able to see my color. So I'm going to start up high above that brow bone. And lay me some color down. There we go. Same thing on the other side. If you've had problems with your shadows being patchy and you are not able to achieve that puff of cloud look that I just absolutely adore, this number 10 brush is your best friend. I had to learn that the hard way. Y'all have heard me say several times that I was very naive when it came to the brushes, that a brush is a brush. I'm here to tell you it is not. It is not the case. Brushes, the professionalism of the brush makes the hugest difference. Is that correct? Was that correct grammar? I don't know. Makes the biggest difference, and that is bothering me. Lay down. Get where you're supposed to be. Alright, so there's our Blondie, which is our transition color. Now we're going to switch back to that number 7 shadow brush into Radio Star. I'll show you what color that is. That color right there. That's going to be our purple for our Mardi Gras. And I'm just going to come in just below that Blondie and above that crease. Right up in there. And I want this to be a richer color. So I'm going to add a little color as we go. You can actually spray your brush with some time setter spray and make that color a little more vibrant when you wet that color, if you would like. We have some time setter spray right here in my cap, so I can use that as well. Okay. Let me tap that in there to that time setter spray into Radio Star and wet that color so that we can see the difference in the vibrance. Yeah, it's picking it up. Y'all see the difference? See the difference when you wet the color? So I just tapped it in that cap that I used for my brows to wet the color and make it a little more vibrant. Bring it on out. Alright, let's get that number 10 and get that Radio Star and Blondie. Let's get that hard line out of there. I may have said it and not be able to. Who knows? But we can go in with that Blondie and just put it over the top of that line and blend it out. We set our color too well. There, you can see what our setting spray does. It doesn't move. When we say that it sets it for 16 hours, it does. Look. There we go. Okay. Let's come in to that bottom part of that lid with I've Always Loved You. Let me get that Radio Star off of there. And I've Always Loved You is that green right there. It's going to be the green to our Mardi Gras. And we're just going to tap it on in. Right up in there. And I'm going to leave the inside of that lid vacant so we can put us a little more Blondie in there and make that pop. There we go. Alright, let's see about blending that a little bit. Put a little more color toward the lash line right there. Tap, tap, tap. Alright, let's blend that out. Just the outer part of that, because we want to keep that color there. Doesn't look like much right now, but we'll get there. We will. Alright, let's come back in with some of that blondie on the inner part. We're going to make it shine. So we're going to dip back into that time setter spray. Go back into our blondie. We want to intensify that color. And put that right in that vacant area right there. We got some Mardi Gras lids, y'all. Mardi Gras Mambo. Alright, now we'll finish dressing those eyes up in a little bit, so let's move along. So let's go ahead and go into our number 1 concealer. My number 1 has got a little bit of a green tint to it, and I use that underneath my eyes to conceal my freckles and dark spots underneath here, just a little. Okay, I'm going to take and clean up the outer part of that eye. Right up in here. Clean the outer part of the eye. Give us that lifted effect. And then I'm also going to go ahead and conceal all of my redness from my broken vessels. I have to conceal a lot because of my broken vessels underneath my skin. If you do not have these problems, you can move along and not have to worry with this. But I do need a little extra step to get all of this concealed and toned, balanced, the tone, to balance my tone. That's what I'm trying to say. I do need to balance my tone. That's what I'm trying to say. It just won't come out. Alright, now I'm going to come back in with that number 5 buffer brush and just smooth all of that number 1 concealer out. With a really light hand, small circles. Balance my tone. Okay. Now, in my areas that I know I have more of those vessels, I'm going to come in with this number 5 and concentrate really close where those vessels are to just really conceal it out. There we go. I think I got them. Alright. Let's get everything evened out with this number 5. Now, I used a technique last night where we did our highlighter and then we didn't put foundation over the top of it. And I really liked it. I liked the way the pictures came out. I wasn't sure how I was going to like it, but I did. I really did. So, I did not use this number 1 concealer to cover up my redness and stuff, but I did it tonight. So now I want to try that technique again. I'm learning. So I'm trying to use different things to see what I think about them. That's good coffee. Alright, so now I'm going to come back in with my 0 concealer, which is the one that I use to do highlight and brighten. Okay? And I'm going to highlight underneath here. I'm going to get that illusion going. To kind of help give me that baked technique without the powder. that baking look without the powder. I don't want to use the powder because I have textured skin and I have wisdom lines, and I don't want that powder to settle down in those areas because it's going to do nothing but tell off on me. So I'm trying to achieve the look without the powder because I love the way it looks. I just cannot use the powder. Alright, so let me back up. I can't use that much powder that you do to achieve a baking look because it settles, and I don't like that look. I don't like that feel when it settles. So I'm just trying a different technique to see what I like without using the powder to give you that brightened look underneath here. We'll see. We'll see. So we're going to leave this. And what I'm going to do is take that number 5 and I'm just going to blend the edges right up in here. Small circles to get it blended out. Okay. And then we're going to come back in and go ahead and highlight our forehead. Just a little up in here to give us a little brightness. Alright, now let's take our Big Daddy, number 17 diffuser. Now remember, what I'm not going to do is put foundation up in here. I'm not going to put foundation up in here. I'm going to leave that concealer alone to see how I like that technique. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to use my foundation up in here and up in here, but I'm going to leave this part bright. I'm not going to cover it with foundation, and see how we like it. Now we're going to have to take that number 5 around the edges and get it to blend in, but I just want to try the technique and see how well I like this. So I'm coming in with Big Daddy number 17 diffuser. It's going to be hard habit to break not to go up in there, but we're just going to leave that alone. We're going to put our foundation up in here. And get our tone blended out. Remember, we're not going into the concealer right now. We're going to let it be. And then we'll get them to mold together with that number 5 buffer. And come on up the forehead, up the temple. I'm going to come up in here with that foundation. We may need to do this with the buffer brush too, because it's smaller. Alright, let's get our neck blended out. Get my earrings out of the way. Apparently, I had a little bit of a smudge last night on my lipstick party, and I have just stuck my hand back in it. Surprise! Surprise, surprise. Alright. Let's get all of this blended in. Oh, let me tell y'all. One of the little tips and tricks that I have learned for us more mature ladies, since summer's coming up, y'all, you can take this foundation and this concealer, get you like the number 1 or 2 brush. I can't remember which one it is. I need to get this lipstick off of me before I get it on my clothes. But since summer's coming up, if y'all have those special little blue veins, and y'all know what I'm talking about, I have them. If you're pretty much over the age of 30, you've got them. Y'all, our concealer or foundation will conceal it. You can take your little concealer, number 5 buffer brush. Look, let me show you what this stuff does. Let's just pretend that this is a blue vein, y'all. Okay, let me show you what the concealer does. You can take if this were a varicose vein, take and conceal this, y'all. Conceal those varicose veins, those blue spider veins, those things that just put your little concealer on there. Work it in. Come back in with your foundation and cover. Now, I'm covering lipstick that I put my hand in, but I'm just showing you that you can do this with varicose veins, y'all, on your legs for the summer. Wear your shorts. Nobody cares. But if you're self-conscious about them, you can cover it up. Cover it up. Cover them veins up. Cover the veins up. I'm excited. I just learned this, but you better believe that I'm going to be trying it. I'm going to be foundation and concealing these veins in my legs. I might just paint my whole body. Look like I got a good tan. Who knows? Don't put nothing past me. Did we get everything blended out? I got excited about the blue veins. Let me get this. Y'all see how well that gave me an even tone? Because I'm the furthest thing from an even tone there ever was. I am not even toned anywhere. I'm splotchy and all that good stuff. But anyway, that's how the good Lord made me. We'll roll with it. So, we're going to come in here where we want this highlighter and this foundation to meet. And we're going to work in some detail areas. We didn't even put foundation on our nose, so we can go ahead and do that. This is just a different technique. It's a little more detailed, but I'm going to tell you the difference it makes in the look in pictures. I love it. Now, if I have somewhere to go and I got to get out the door, ain't nobody got time for this. But it's good to know for when you want to get fancied up. You know, when you want to look at a little more sassy. You want to look a little more dignified. What is it? All the things. Know how to get there. It's good to know. Alright, let's go ahead and mold this forehead in with this highlight. Right above these brows. Alright, let's put the foundation down and get the hairs out of the way. Alright, now let me clean that number 5 off. And we're going to pull that highlight into the foundation to give us that bright look. There we go. Now if we want to, we can come back in. Give us those bright eyes that I just love. You're just being really strategic about where you're placing things. Is all this is. Okay. Give me a little highlight down my nose. Cheers, bow. Chin. Okay. Ta-da! I just put my hand back in the lipstick. I need to quit. I need to pay attention. What I'm doing. Alright. Let's put just the smallest amount of contour on. We're going to go with contour 6. Contour 6, contour brush 6. Little here. Don't want a heavy one. Go against that hairline because I don't like that line between my contour and my hairline. So we're going to go up against that hairline and blend it into the hairline. Ta-da! Come on down the drive-through. Give us a little bit of a jaw. A little bit of a jaw. That tiny bit of attention to detail makes such a huge difference, y'all. It does. It makes a huge difference. Alright, now we've already got our highlighter. I do like that technique. Let me do my little bit of my nose. Hang on. cart before the horse here. And do a little contour down this nose. Nothing heavy. There we go. Now, clean this number 5 off, and we're going to start working that up. Circular motions. Doesn't take much. Okay, working that up. We'll start working this into our hairline. There we go. Okay, a little bit of blending down our nose. All right, let's get our jawline. Blend that out. Blend our 5 o'clock shadow. All right. Ooh, don't drop nothing. Don't drop anything. It's amazing what that does for your jawline. I love it. Okay. All right, let's see about getting that blended out a little bit more if we need to. Go back over it with your foundation if you want to. You want to dull it down a little bit. Nothing wrong with it. All right, now let's put some cheeks on. What color cheek? Let's go with some, it's Mardi Gras, so let's go with some Boom. Let's go with a little bit of Boom, which is right there, okay? Come in with our number 19 brush, all-purpose powder brush. Put us a little Boom on our cheeks. Get our contour and our blush to meet up just the slightest bit, and then you can start placing that color. A little bit in the apple of my eye, apple of my base. Give me a little more color. Okay, knead it up. Just give it a little bit of tint between, so that there's not a white line between it. So you don't want to put a lot of color here. You just want a little bit of a tone so that they meet up and there's not a line in between. I've seen that in my pictures and I was like, what is happening here? It's because I wasn't meeting my blush and my contour up. Which was not my best move, but you live and learn. You learn. That's what we're doing here. We are learning. Learning. I learn things every day, y'all. Every day. And if I learn it, I'm going to come over here and try it. If it works, I'm going to say, yeah, I like that. If it don't, I'm going to say, don't. I wouldn't try that at home. I would not. All right, now. Let's go ahead and put us a little powder on, a little translucent pressed powder. That's not it. It's underneath the color switch. No, it's not. It's hiding. Aha. translucent pressed powder, which is actually clear. Come in here and we're going to mattify everything that we've just done. And set our cosmetics. If you don't get the sprays, if you decide to get your foundation and you don't get the sprays, at least get your translucent powder to set your cosmetics, y'all. You'll thank me later. Ta-da, done. Let's go ahead and finish dressing these eyes up. So I put me a little bit more of a dark color in here. We stuck with Ready, Jet, Set, Go right there to give us a little bit of a liner. So I'm going to come in with our brow tamer brush into Ready, Jet, Set, Go, and we're going to use that as our press and flick liner right up in here to give us some more definition. And we're going to use it underneath as our curtain as well. It's amazing what a little bit of definition around your eye will do for the entire look. And I get that liner a little bit thicker out here than I do on the inside. Okay. And then I just take that number 10 brush and blend it out. Press and flick into that lash line. Press it in and then just flick it up. And that'll give you a little bit of a smoky liner. And you can dramatize it as much as you would prefer. As much as you want to. Alright, I'm going to thicken that out on the outer part right there. Alright, smoky liner brush number 11. Ready, Jet, Set, Go into our curtain, which is going to be our lash line. I'm not going to bring it all the way over because I'm going to put a little blondie and bring blondie down. Alright, now number 10 blending brush, pointed blending brush. Clean it off. Come under here and blend that color out. I'm trying real hard not to stick my hand back in that lipstick, but apparently I stick my hand there a lot because I keep wanting to go back to it, and that's how it got there to begin with. I love it. Alright, let's just pull it on over into that work. I meant to do that. Should always be your intention. Yes, I tried to do it. I meant to do that. Thank you. Yes. Alright, you can clean that up with that foundation brush. Alright. Number 5 buffer brush. I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to make sure that that highlight is cleaned up. Right up in there. I don't want any fallout on that. No indeed. Alright, now what can we do? Let's come back in with that number 11 into our blondie and pull that blondie down from right here. Make us a little dot up in there and then pull it down. Y'all overlook my wispies. They want to be the star of the show. Most of the time they are. Apparently they're feeling left out tonight, so. Oh well. Alright, little dot right there, pull it on down. Got a little shimmer in it, gonna shine. Can't lose it, decorate it. That's my motto. That's what I'll take to the grave with me. I'll be blinging all the way there. Alright, by the time we get us some lash on, y'all, that's totally wearable, y'all. That's not nothing crazy. Totally doable. Easy. Just blend those colors out. Blend that green into the purple. Ah! Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of Vladimir so we can move on to greener pastures. Alright. Outer nostril up against your forehead. concealer line. Outer nostril up against forehead concealer line. Ta-da. Number 5 buffer brush. Buff that right on out. Ta-da. I think I have some contour on there. Oh well. Come in with this foundation brush and just knock those hard lines off of there. And just smooth everything out. And then I also come back and clean the spine off. Also come back and get those hard lines to feather a little bit more with this number 5. Make it a little more wispy up in there. Yeah, there we go. I think we need a little more cheek color. I always say that, and then I go back and look at my pictures like, well, maybe you didn't, but I don't know if it's this bright light. I want to put a little more, I want to bring that on home a little bit. Boom. I feel like if it says boom, it ought to boom, so let's boom. Boom, boom, boom. Now we can come back in and blend it out. A little bit better. But I see a hard line in the green. Let me see what's happening up in there. There we go. Now, I can't wait for the lips. I cannot wait for the lip. The lip. Where is Leah? It's the lip. I'm excited about it. Alright, let's put us a layer of lashes on. I almost put it back in there. One layer of our perfect fibered one-step mascara. That will extend the volume and the length of your lash. Never met anybody that did not want longer lashes. This is the way to get there. Perfect mascara, and it's called Perfect for a reason. I promise you, if you ever get it and try it one time, it will be your mascara for life. So I'm coming in here, trying real hard not to get mascara places I shouldn't get mascara, which I'm really good at. Lashes. Now we're going to let that, oh, you know what? We didn't do our waterline. You can't go to Mardi Gras without a waterline. Hang on. Wait a minute. We'll let that dry. Come back in with our number 11. Put us a little ready, jet, set, go. And a little blender full into our waterline. Boom. Nothing heavy. You know how I am with my eyes. Let me get refocused. Get it back together. Ready, jet, set, go. Woo! Eyes. Watering and everything. Okay. Let's go ahead and start us a lip. Can't see nothing. Gotta refocus. Where's my liner? There it is. We're going to come in with Berry Berry. Number 5, Berry Berry, for our lip. Here's Berry Berry. This is our enduring lip liner. This will keep your color from feathering. It is not going to feel dry. It does not crack. None of those things. You won't even tell it's on there, but it stays. Enduring. It's enduring lip color. Now, lip liner. Now we're going to come in with our enduring lip color, which is, tonight it's going to be Berry Cocoa. This is going to be our purple vibe with our Mardi Gras. Alright, here we go. Let me line a little bit on top of that liner to get it to mesh well. Okay. I get a line together right there. There we go. Now let's put us a little more color. There we go. Berry cocoa. Did I travel inside the lines? All right, let me get my, because I always smile and I always have color on my lips. So let me get that taken care of. Okay. I think I got it. There we go. We can smile without color. Let's come back in with a little bit of mascara. Last night on our yellow and blue eye, I forgot to do Oil Strike spray, y'all. Of course, we weren't going anywhere. So, but I always want to set your cosmetics. And my Oil Strike, because I have oily skin, is my setting spray. You use one or the other. It's either Time Setter or Oil Strike. You don't need both. So now that those fibers have dried, and you go back in and you put another layer on, those fibers are going to link up like chains and just extend the volume and the length of your lash, y'all. It's amazing. Magic trick. Okay, there's our lashes. We can come in with some Danessa Myricks brow gel. Let's go ahead with dark. Let's dramatize it up, all right? So, you can come in here and brush up, right up in there. And there are fibers in this gel, okay? So these fibers, if you do not have a brow, these fibers are going to create you a brow. Now you can brush backwards to get those fibers to connect to those hairs and increase in little sparse areas the volume of your brow if that's the route you choose to take. So you just brush backwards if you would like. And I'm going to tell you, this brow gel will last you maybe even a lifetime. It does not take much. It's subtle, but it gets the job done. I love it. There's our brow. Gonna get all the, I have one little sparse area right there. So I'm going to come in this little circular area and fix that. Zhuzh it up. Zhuzh it up a little. I really like that berry cocoa with this Mardi Gras look. Alright, so we can come in with our little brow tamer and tame that down if we want to. Brush those babies up. There we go. Oil Strike spray. Ta-da! There is our Mardi Gras look, y'all. And if you want to do a more dramatic eye, if you want your eyes to be a little more wow, I figured I'd go a little light up here and a little darker up here. But you can always dress it up however you choose to. Oh, you know what? We haven't done an illuminator. Let's do that. We can't do the Mardi Gras without the illuminator. So let's come in with, let me get that number 19 brush. Let's come in with gold. Let's go with gold because it's Mardi Gras. So let's come in with, I think peachy will give us. I think if we go with that peachy color, it'll give us a pretty goldish, yes, highlighter right up in there. On top of our blush, down our temple. See it hitting? Let's bring it on home. See it hitting? Light bulb on our nose. Bring it on up. Do a little bit right here on the cupid's bow. A little bit right there. I think that light was a little too bright. Let's back that down just a touch so you can see. There we go. Yes, please. Thank you. All right, y'all. That is our Mardi Gras look. Bang, bang, boom. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's pull these hairs down and see if they're gonna play well with each other. Ow. See what they're gonna do. See what we can't do with them. Yep. Who knows? All right, all right, all right. So I want to try to see raw pictures and get them posted, and go ahead and share my video on Facebook. So I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all more than you know. Y'all take care. God bless.